The Daytona 500. We're here in Daytona, Florida for the running of this great event. Now we'll look at our drivers to watch for. Jamie McMurray grabs the pole for today's event. He's looking to run strong today. Now Ryan Preece, he was fastest in practice, also looking for a strong one, maybe a win here. And Kyle Larson qualifies strong, looking to rebound from a disappointing Season 3. We will get ready for the command. Drivers, start your engines. And the cars will roll off the line as we'll look at our starting lineup. Row 1 has Jamie McMurray and the 2-car Brad Keselowski. Row 2 is the 42 of Kyle Larson and the 98 of Ryan Preece. Row 3 has the 11 of Denny Hamlin and the 22 of Joey Logano. Row 4 has the 18 of Kyle Busch and the 4-car of Kevin Harvick. Row 5 has the 88 of Dale Jr. and the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Row 6 is the 24 of Chase Elliott and the 20 of Matt Kenseth. Row 7 is the 48 of Jimmy Johnson and the 14 of Clint Bowyer. Row 8, the 21 of Ryan Blaney and the 41 of Kurt Busch. Row 9, the 31 of Ryan Newman and the 19 of Daniel Suarez. Row 10 has 5-car Casey Kane and Eric Jones in the 77. Row 11 has Austin Dillon and the 3 and the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Row 12 has the 47 of AJ Allmendinger and the 43 of Eric Almirola. Row 13 has the 95 of Michael McDowell and the 10-car Danica Patrick. Row 14 has the 23 of Greg Galding and the 6-car of Trevor Bayne. Row 15 has the 13 of Ty Dillon and the 27 of Paul Menard, and row 16 has the 32 of Matt DiBenedetto and the 7 of David Reagan. Here are your race facts. 10 laps around Daytona. Jamie McMurray on the pole. Anyone can win here. Make sure to watch your rear view mirror. Block while in the lead. That's very important to winning these races. And look out for the big one that is sure to strike sometime in this race. Alright, the cars are off the line. The green flag is out. We get this Daytona 500 underway. As Jamie McMurray will lead them through 1 and 2. Now the 42 pulls up to his side. Alright, on lap 2, and there goes the 1-car down the middle, and so does the 42. The 2-car makes an amazing pass to the lead, and also Ryan Preece is there, or not, as he gets shuffled down the pack. Now the 4-car and the 78 are your leaders. Preece has got to run, but the 78 will block it, and here comes Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott to the lead, along with Kurt Busch and Ryan Blaney. They're going to the top spot. No, we got a crash. It's a 18 of Kyle Busch. Here's Kyle Busch spinning through the infield grass. As we'll check out a replay on the top of your screen, you can see him getting spun by the 31 of Ryan Newman. Maybe he cut across his nose. We don't really have enough footage to see that. And he just gets kicked around like a ball in that grass. Alright. The cars are ready to go green again. They're off the restart zone. Kurt Busch will lead them through 1 and 2, and he'll clear the 24 car coming down the straightaway. And here comes the 24 making a move of Chase Elliott. And he doesn't know who to block, and he gets split down the middle. But here comes his teammate, Kane, with help. Casey Kane is a big help to push him back to the top spot. He's blocking 3 lanes. But here comes Truex to the inside. Truex to the lead as we go into lap 7. But here comes Dale Jr. He's leading the high line. And oh, we got a spin. That's the 77 of Eric Jones getting air and flipping over. Eric Jones with a very violent crash. Looks like his window net is down, so he'll be okay. But look at that, the 98 of Ryan Preece. Looks like the 77 cut across his nose. And then he gets spun out, and look how high he gets off the ground. All 4 tires are lifted off the ground. And then he slams back down and lands in the grass and does 1 tumble over. Very violent crash. Casey Kane has a tire circle, and they're checking to see if he has any tire rubs. And so he'll be down pit lane along with Brad Keselowski. He slammed into the side of Eric Jones, and that's pretty much what sent him airborne, going sideways at 190 miles an hour. Green flag is back out on lap 8 of 10. Truex and the 88 are pretty even going down 1 and 2, not on the backstretch. Still side by side. Coming to lap 9. and Dale Jr. will take over the top spot, and he clears. Jr. will lead them to lap 9 of 10, with Truex peeking on his inside, but he'll block him. And now the 95 of Michael McDowell is forming the inside line, but Dale Jr. will jump in front as we come to the white flag, last lap. Darts to the outside, trying to make a move on Jr., but Jr. will block. Now he's got the 27 coming on his inside. Here they come to the line. The 23 makes an amazing move of Gray Gaulding, and Gray Gaulding will win. And a big crash behind them. It looks like Gray Gaulding was your winner after that huge crash. Congratulations to Gray Gaulding. There's the margin of victory. About a foot for his first ever win. And here's that crash right at the end. Very hard hit for the 32 and the 10 car. And then there's 3 cars stacked up on the finish line. And let's look at that last stretch coming to the finish. Dale on the outside, and then the 27 leaves room for the 23, Gray Gaulding, to get through. And he will take advantage of that mistake, and that cost Menard the race. As they come to the line, they bump, and it's the 23, Gray Gaulding, getting his first ever victory. Congratulations, Gray Gaulding. Gray Gaulding with the upset today. He will finish first, and he will be locked into the chase. Very happy for him. And the 27 of Paul Menard, so close to getting that victory. That also would have been his first victory in the Great Clips Cup Series. And the 4 car, Kevin Harvick, finishes third. He got himself a nice top 5. That'll be good in points for him. Along with the 11 of Denny Hamlin. He was up front all day. And then the 98, he was also relatively in the top 10, 5 all day. And then the 88 of Dale Jr. He looked like he had it coming down the back straightaway. And then there's the 95 of Michael McDowell. He got himself a strong finish. He looked like he could be in contention for the win going through turns 3. And then the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. He led a few laps today. He finishes pretty strong, top 10. And then the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishing up there, along with the 20 of Matt Kenseth. He's always finishing strong in this series. Our defending champion. And then the 24 of Chase Elliott gets himself a top 10, top 15. And there's the 22, Joey Logano. He finished back there. Kind of surprising, but anything can happen here at Daytona. Just like the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. He finishes right behind the 22. Anyone can finish anywhere here. And there's a 7 finishing up. He gets himself about a top 15. And there's the 43 of Eric Almirola. Finishes in the middle of the pack today. He was just sitting in the middle for the whole race, along with Ryan Newman. He was involved in that incident with Kyle Busch, who cut across his nose and went through the infield grass. Then there's Ty Dillon. He also ran towards the back, but he came up to the middle of the pack during the end on the last couple laps. Then there's the 19 of Daniel Suarez. Same story with him as Ty Dillon. And then the 1 car of Jamie McMurray, your pole sitter, finishes in the 20s, along with the 3 car of Austin Dillon. We didn't see much of him today. And then there's the 10 car of Danica Patrick, who was involved in that wreck on the last lap, but she crossed the finish line before a few of the other people, as well as the 32. He was also involved. 2 hard hits for those guys and girls. And then there's the 42 of Kyle Larson. He was in your top 3 for starting, and he also fell back after the second lap. Blaney finishes towards the back. We didn't see much of him either today. That's kind of surprising. Also, the 6, he was involved in that last lap crash. He just got past the finish line. And then there's the 41 of Kurt Busch, who was on top of the 14, as he finishes right behind him. The 14 is about 4th to last here. He was up towards the front a little bit. And then there's also the 2 car, who was up towards the front for a long time. He looked like he could be in contention on the first few laps, but he was involved in that wreck, as well as Casey Kane, where Eric Jones went flying in a very violent crash. And then coming in last is the 47 of AJ Allmendinger. He hasn't shown much strength here at the super speedways, and their DNFs are the 77 of Eric Jones, who of course flipped, and the 18 of Kyle Busch. Congratulations to Greg Alding on his first ever victory.